Hey guys, right, we're expecting a heap of rain here at the end of the week in Perth, so it's time for soup. I'm getting a big pot of soup on the go. And in here, I just bought from the shop a pack of lamb bones that I got for $7, and they had heaps of meat on them, and just a pack of lamb chops for, I think they were like $18 for a pack of lamb chops, and they got plenty of meat on them as well. And all I did was just trim off all the like big chunks of fat, the excess fat, because you don't want it, you know, to be drinking the fucking bowl of fat. Now here I've just got 3 diced onions and 4 bay leaves. Straight in with those babies. We'll let this thing just slow cook. And it should be ready in time for my dinner. All right, in with that. I'm going in with, I've just got some blitzed garlic here. So I'm going in with about a good tablespoon. And I've got salt. Probably about a tablespoon of salt, and then we'll do seasoning after, and I'm going to fill this. See, I think this is like a 5-litre pot or something. Could be a bit bigger. I've covered that with water right up to here because we're going to let this, bring it up to the boil, then drop the temperature down, and then put the lid on, and we're going to let that go for at least an hour and a half before we add all the rest of it, because we want the meat to be sort of coming out of the bone before we add all the veggies to it. We're looking good here. And what I've done is I've just taken out, like over here, any bones that the meat just fell off of, and then the rest will still come out after, but I've just taken out what I can. And now to this, I'm gonna add, I've got about, let's move this over a smidge, I've got about probably about 3 stalks of celery chopped up here. I've got 2 carrots, 2 swedes, 1 turnip, 2 parsnips, a little chunk of pumpkin, and then I got some Italian parsley, and all the stalks, I've like this, just chopped up all the stalks to go in there as well. All right, there we go. That is just packed, oh, shit, let me, with veg. I'm gonna get that back on the stove, and that's probably gonna go for about another hour, I reckon, maybe even more, we'll see. I'm gonna whack in some soup mix as well, but I'm probably only gonna whack in about, probably not even quite half a bag, not even a half a bag, and it's a pretty big pot, just because I don't want it to be like really thick. I want it to still be like nice and soupy. All right, guys, the soup is ready. I've picked the bones off of it. I let this, honestly, I had this cooking for probably about 3 hours, I reckon. Just on low, lid on, so all the liquid didn't evaporate, and on low for about 3 hours. All the meat's been pulled off the bones. Let's have ourselves a bowl. Oh my God, look at that. All that meat in there. Oh, and all I did at the end here was just chopped up some more fresh parsley and added it to it. But you don't have to do, but I just love parsley in my soup. Oh yeah. Yes. I add a bit more white pep to mine. Let's have a taste. It's almost like bordering on a stew even. Like there's loads of meat and veggies in here, but it's still quite soupy as well. Oh, let's have a go. This is going to be great with some toasted sourdough loaded with butter for dinners when it's freaking pissing down with rain the next fucking few days. Oh my God. That meat is melt in your mouth. The soup is rich and lamby and sticky. And it's just enough of the soup mix, lentils and barley and that to just thicken it up a bit, but without it being so chumpy you can carve it. That is delicious. I'll be tubbing that up and freezing some. And I've still got, from my other recipe, I did the creamy cauliflower and smoky pork hot soup, which is delicious. So I've got a couple of soups in the freezer now. So when I can't be fucked, if we come home drunk, just pull it out the freezer and put it in a pot. Brilliant. Anyway, guys, treat yourselves, get involved, get it in your big hole, people. All right, love yous, later.